Hi all, welcome to Trio Tech Studies. Hope everyone are safe and doing good. Today I'll teach you the introduction of Java. Before watching this, make sure that you have notebook along with pen and make a note of all points what I teach. So let's begin. Before going to the introduction, there are questions among lots of people that I am from electronics, mechanical, civil or non-IT background. Can I understand Java? Yes, you can understand Java. If you have the capability to understand English, I'll teach you in a simple and easy way. Next, I don't know C language, C++. Can I understand Java? Yes, you can understand because there is no linkage between C and Java language and also C++ and Java. You can freshly start learning Java. Let's start. So why Java? See, there are many languages like C, C++, many are there. But why Java came into existence? The answer to this question will be answered in the end. So please don't skip and watch till the end. History of Java. In order to know about Java, we need to know about history. I'll show you how developers used to write the program in the year 1950s and 1960s. They used to follow the style of unstructured programming language. So, what is this unstructured programming language? Consider an example mathematical operation program. See, it can perform operations like AND, or, NOT, NOR, add, sub, mul, division, many it can perform. For example, if user wants to write program like 2 plus 3 minus 1 plus 2. So in the step 1 he needs to perform addition operation. In the step 2 he needs to perform subtraction operation. In the step 3 he needs to perform addition operation. I'll show you the style how developers used to write this unstructured programming language. In the first step he needs to perform addition operation. So he writes some lines of code for add operation. Next he needs to perform subtraction operation. He writes some lines of code for subtraction operation. And again he is doing the same addition operation. So he is writing the same lines of code. So from this what we observe, entire code is dumped in one single file. What is the disadvantage if everything is dumped in one single file? Understanding becomes complex. And also we observe that we are writing the same lines of code again and again. For this addition operation we are writing same lines of code. So from this what we observe, there is no reusability. So examples of this unstructured programming languages are Fortran and Basic. People are fed up with this style and move to another programming language called structured programming language. So the disadvantages of this unstructured programming languages are there is no reusability and also the understanding is complex. So what is this structured programming language? In structured programming language, we divide our entire program into small programs called subprograms. Each subprogram contains some lines of code. Consider the same example mathematical operation. Here we'll be having one main function and from this main function we can call any subprogram. I'll show you the style of structured programming language. See, consider this entire program. In this entire program we'll be having one main function. Inside this main function it contains sub functions like add, sub, mul, anything. Whatever you want you can place there. Here first user needs to perform addition operation. So he calls that add subprogram from the main function. Now this add subprogram will execute. Next user needs to perform subtraction operation. So he calls that subprogram from the main function. Now this subprogram will execute. Next user needs to perform addition operation again. So he calls that addition function from the main function and now this add subprogram will execute. From this what we observe, entire code is not dumped in one single file and also there is reusability. You are not writing the same addition code again and again. So reusability issue is resolved and also understanding is simple. But there is a problem with this structured programming language too. What is that problem? I'll tell you. See, consider two variables a and b which are of type int. Anything which are placed before main function or at the beginning, they are defined as global variables. These global variables are accessible by all methods and functions. See, for example, if you don't want these variables to be accessible by submethod, is it possible? No. As these are global variables, these are accessible by all methods. From this, what we observe, there is a security issue. There is no security, right? So, to overcome this issue, people move to another programming language called object oriented programming language. So, the disadvantage of this structured programming language is there is no security, and example of this structured programming language is C language. Now, object oriented programming language. First of all, what is object? We bind our data. Data is nothing but variables and subprograms into an object. Subprograms are nothing but methods or functions. We bind them into a single unit. We are restricting our variables with only particular methods. We can restrict them by making those variables as private. Private is nothing but access specifier. So example of this object oriented programming language is C++. C++ is an object oriented programming language. Java is also an object oriented programming language. But already C++ is there. But why Java? Yes, there is a disadvantage with this C++ programming language too. C++ is platform dependent. What is platform? Platform is nothing but operating system. See, consider the same mathematical operation program. I have written code for this mathematical operation program in C++ and I have developed it in the Windows operating system. Assume that I am having 3 computers in my home. One is with Windows operating system, other one is with Mac, and the other one is with Linux operating system. If I want to use this C++ code in any of the computers, then that computer must definitely be a Windows operating system. If it is any other than Windows operating system, can we use? We can't. So to overcome this issue, people move to another programming language called Java. So the disadvantage of this object oriented programming language is it is platform dependent. Finally, Java. These are the reasons why Java came into picture. Java is platform independent, understanding is simple, there is security, and reusability also exists. These are all the reasons why Java came into picture. So the answer is resolved. Why Java? Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe if you like my video.